Good morning. Welcome to Grow. Grace Restores Overcoming Women. I'm Dr. Lorrie Trout, Executive Director and Founder. Well, it's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I've just been running here, there, everywhere. God is doing some awesome things, and oh my goodness, it's just been a busy time. And it's like 10 o'clock in the morning here, and I am doing this recording because my day is already shot. I've just got off a Zoom call with Vandalia Correctional Facility, and got to go do some other stuff and luncheon and meetings, and so I am just glad to get back to you guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't left. I haven't disappeared. Just been busy. We come back from vacation in Virginia Beach, and then things just, out of the stuff I didn't even see was going to happen has happened. God, when you move and God say move, if he's giving you something in your spirit to do, just do it. You don't have to know every bit and piece of it. Just move, and he will make things happen. We just opened our thrift store, Grow with Us Thrift Store. Oh my goodness, Saturday was our grand opening, and we had many people flowing in and out. And let me tell you, on yesterday, which was Monday. So we were in there, Bill and I, just picking up some stuff and doing things, and this lady comes up, and she looking in the window, and she's taking pictures, and she knocks on the door, and I told Bill, I said, we're not going to open the door. So then she goes and gets in her car. Bill said, oh yeah, well, let's let her in. So Bill opened the door, and he says, we're closed, but if you want to come in, you can come in and look around. So she came in, and oh my goodness, this lady, she's thrift queen. So, even on a day, and then here comes a young man, and then here comes 3-4 more young men, and they were students at a college around here somewhere, and they wanted to buy a desk. And then we did have one. We just put it out before we closed Saturday, and Bill rolls a chair from the back, and it was what they needed. They needed for their little dorm area, and so we got to find another one for them. But even on our close day, we made some money. We made a profit. So, it's going well. I'm just excited, and we've got so many things happening. This is an opportunity for the ladies to learn about entrepreneurship, and just because a business or something opens up, it ain't gonna go poof and things just happen. You gotta work, and I tell you, we're working, and so it's a good thing. Everybody has complimented us on how the store looks and the arrangements and everything and the prices, and on the mission of the ministry, helping women reacclimate into society and become positive citizens. They are connecting with the community, and it is awesome to see this happening. We've got some good stuff in there, so if you're in the area, I tell you, come over to 13007 State Line Road, Kansas City, Missouri. It is awesome. God is he is so amazing. Oh, and let me tell you, we were picking up stuff for this shop, I think last week, because I couldn't get on because we were in this $5 million home. I said 5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Not 1,000, not 100, 5 million. And oh my God, the house was on the market for a couple of years, I think, and it sold for 3 million. I got that in my chain purse, my coin purse. That ain't nothing but a little jing. So, but I tell you, this house was just insane. We've driven by these places like this before, and I often wondered what it was like on the inside, and I listened to the stories of the guy that was, he wasn't a butler, but he was something, and he was sharing the story about the family in there, and I listened, and I said, you know what, dysfunctional families don't pick if you're poor or not. You can have a dysfunctional family and have all the money in the world. They're just rich and dysfunctional. And when the low income, dysfunctional, everybody see that like, oh, they just poor people and they got problems. Well, the rich and famous have problems too. And so, but I thank God that he blessed us to go in there. We got some good stuff. So it's in the shop, and we are Who's that? Oh, that's Christy. I'll call her back. So anyway, God has blessed us, and He is blessing us. And I tell you, it is awesome to see what He's doing in the girls' lives. The girls are just having themselves a ball, just looking at stuff, and they're saying, Miss Lorrie, do you know that this is this, and this is a designer, this and this? I'm like, girl, I don't know what that is. Okay, go ahead and price it. And they're just running through there like, oh my God, they are on fire, running through there pricing stuff and rearranging the store. And I had an outfit that I thought was so cute. They said, Miss Lorrie, that's old school, that's out. And then there was a shirt in there that looked like Bill Cosby from I don't know what his show was called, Bill Cosby and his family, I don't know, the Cosby family. And so they were laughing at it, and one of the other girls came in and she was like, hey, that's for me. So different strokes, different folks. And I just thank God, I just thank God. I cannot thank Him enough. If you walk by faith and not by sight, you put your trust in Him, He will lead you and guide you. Just ask Him to order your steps. And we talked about this thrift store maybe a few years ago, or even more, way more than that. It was more than that. Probably when we first began. And we just put it on hold. But then I kept feeling it in my spirit to do this, and it just fell in place. I'm telling you, one of the girls said, oh, I thought it was going to be 6 months before we opened. It was only like 3 weeks. God put this thing together, and he just made a way out of no way. If you listen to Him, you don't have to know every step. You don't have to know every plan and how to do this and how to do that. Just put your trust in Him, and He will direct you. These girls, I just truly bless them. We had 2 graduations I attended. We had one girl that I had asked to lead the program. And just because, they get asked to lead the program, it's not a bad thing. I still, if they want to be in contact or have contact with me, that's fine. Some don't, and that's okay too. But I knew her, after I asked her to leave, I really thought she wasn't going to continue. And she called me or text me and said, give me a call when you get a chance, and I did. And so she told me, this is bittersweet, I want to know if you'd come to my graduation. I'm graduating Saturday. And I'm like, what? You mean you went on to finish school? I said, well, I am very pleased. I said, I will rearrange my schedule and I will be there. And this was 2 weeks ago. And we went to her graduation, and she didn't think nobody else was there to support her but me and Bill. And then out of the crowd, here comes a mom, and I guess her grandma was there and one of her sisters. Because she had teared up, just saying, nobody came to support me but you guys. And then when she saw it, because there was so many people there. And so, like I said, I had asked her to leave for continual violations of the policies, house rules, and she asked me, and we text each other here and there, and I had not spoke to her in a while, and I told Bill, I just said to Bill, I said, I wonder what she's doing, if she's still working or if she going to school or what. And then so she did graduate, and she's going on to college to get her she got some of her associates degree credits, and so she's going on to do medical assistant, I believe. And so then I went to a graduation this past Wednesday night. One of the girls, Italia, graduated, and she got her diploma, and she said it took her 10 years to get there, but through persistent us pushing her and encouraging her, she got it done. So proud of her. And she is going to work on her electrical degree, and it's been a struggle, but she made it. And so I thank God for the opportunity to be a part of these girls' lives, seeing them in their struggles and helping them make it through their struggles and praying them through, because it takes a lot of prayer. You cannot do anything without prayer. And I was just saying this morning, nothing is going to take me away from my time with God first thing in the morning. Sometimes we get up and we get to running, and those are the worst days. But I'm going to, and I do, give Him the first. give him the first. And I'm seeking him first thing in the morning and throughout the day. I'm praying. And it's, because I know we cannot do anything without him. We are not doing anything without him. And even if I make a mistake, I'm going to say, Lord, I missed the call. I missed the mark. Help me get back on track. So it's just, he is so phenomenal. I tell you, when we were in that $5 million house, I was like, I could not believe it. I'm like, how on earth, could we be here? We're getting to pick whatever we wanted, and they were like, take this, and then we got a call. I got an inbox from a lady that is closing her not her thrift store, her antique store. She wants to donate her items to us to help the ministry. God, the favor of God is up on us, and I ain't doing nothing to mess that up. I love the Lord, and I am thankful that his favor is raining down on us and is raining down on the girls, This comes with some struggles. This comes with some work. A lot of people say, I don't see how you and Bill be doing that. I don't either. I do. In the natural, it's like, wow. Because we be struggling. Thank God for my nephew, Savion, and, then some other boys from the church came, and it's hard work, all that, and Christy, and Krista, packing this stuff, and even just other times, it's like we be going, and we get so tired, and we get home, and we be like, oh Lord, my bones, I feel this, and then we lay down, and before our heads hit the pillow, we sleep, and then we get up the next morning, and throughout the night you get up and go to the bathroom and all that, and you're like, oh boy, it be hurting. And then we get up the next and start all over again. It ain't nothing but God. His strength, his mercy endures forever, and he gives us the strength. I tell you, only God. To God be the glory. That's my mantra. To God be the glory. That's my motto. You know what? You can't take that away. I'm not gonna be saying, oh, look at what we doing. No, I ain't trying to compete with nobody. I ain't trying to do nothing to keep up with nobody. I am doing what God called me to do, and this is what he called me to do. Is it easy? Nope. But okay, God gives me strength. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, why am I doing this? Oh my God, maybe I should cut this out and cut that out. He gives us wisdom. Okay, we have to, everybody, we need to make sure that we're following his call of what it is he wants us to do. And then sometimes, we take on some extra things. We may have to trim off some of that fat and just do, walk that walk and walk that lean path that God has called us to be on. We can't try to do everything. We can't. We may want to, but we can't. And, in Saturday when we were there, we had somebody coming in, and he was showing us some stuff. These little castles, they're like this big, we thought, I don't know, we don't know what they use it for. I think napkin holders or something. He said, you know what? These are Dungeons and Dragons board pieces. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, the gamers, they use that for Dungeons and Dragons, and those things, we looked them up. He showed us how to go on Google Lens. And I don't know nothing about this. Google Lens. And those things are like $32, and they about this big. And then we had one piece in the store that was some type of dragon thing that was it's signed by the creator and the information on there. That thing was $75, and I was gonna pitch it in a trash can. And he said, "No, don't you take less than $50 for this?" And I'm like, "What?" And some of that stuff in there is just mind blowing. We learned so much Saturday, and I'm telling you, I ain't know nothing about no Google Lens and all that stuff, and looking up stuff on these sites and seeing how much they cost. And this is a learning tool. I'm excited about it. The girls are, they're doing whatever they do to see pricing, and they're like, "You need to get an appraiser in here, Miss Lorrie, because you got some stuff." Now. I'm like, "Okay, you do it." So we've got them been involved in that, and God will take you places that you never have been and never even thought that you would be there. It's just amazing. Our little minds, our little bitty minds, we can't fathom what God will do and can do and is doing. And so if we just be led by the Spirit and everything that we do, everything will be all right. Even in the hard times and with trials, I was looking at David in my Bible reading this morning, how he had made some wrong choices. He was in sin. He was in love. He loved the Lord. But even through the times when he was in the valley of distress and going through stuff, God brought him out, and God loved David's heart. And so, our heart has to be right. we can't have no mess in there. We can't have no hatred in there. We can't have no unforgiveness in there. We have to have a heart of pure gold, a loving heart, God's heart, and He will make everything all right. You're going to go through some trials and tests, but through having the integrity, sometimes I think there's that. What is that? That's, oh gosh, I can't even think of it. Oh Lord, never mind. But anyway, when we don't feel imposter, yeah, there it is. Thank you, Lord. When you feel like sometimes, am I an imposter? Ain't nothing about the devil, because it's a different feeling when you're walking and doing what God has called you to do. When you're walking in integrity and ain't trying to hide nothing, ain't trying to scheme and cover up and all that stuff. And it's like, it is so like, wow, it's mind blowing. It truly is mind blowing. I'm like. That thought of come, man, I feel like is this me? It's different. It is truly different, but it's good. It's all good and all God. So, God will make a way. I just got off this Zoom meeting with Vandalia Correction, and I told the ladies that were going home, I said, that you are blessed to be getting ready to go out, but you can't go out with that same old mindset that you went in there with. You got to go out knowing that you're going to walk in truth, and you're going to walk in doing better things and being a better person, and not that same old person that went into Vandalia. You going out with a different mindset. You should be going out with a different mindset, because if you don't, you're going to be back in that prison again. And so God gives us a new mindset, a new way of thinking, and it's freedom. I tell you, it is freedom. Whom He has set free, whom the Lord has set free, is free indeed. We are sons and daughters of the Most High God, and so we deserve the best. And even in our hard time, don't get me wrong, I'm not pumping up, everything's going to be like, yeah. No, it is not. It is not. There's going to be some days you're going to be like, oh my God. Yes, you will have those days, and don't tell me you won't, because you will. And so anybody say they don't have them days, they lying. So anyway, but God will get you through. Those are days you really have to plug in and push on through. And so God will make a way even out of the worst things, even out of the hardest times, even out of those functional times. He will give you clarity and direction and guidance. So, God, He's awesome. Can't brag on Him enough. And I told those ladies this morning, I said, if you don't want to hear about God, you don't want to be involved in, we're a faith-based ministry, and God is the source. He is our maker. He is the reason for growth. And if you don't want to hear about that, this ain't the place for you to be. So, because I will be saying, God this, God that, yeah, God, He's the one that made a way, and if you don't want to hear it, this is not the place for you. So, I know God is my source, and God is the only one. I am not taking credit for nothing. I can't do nothing. I don't have the sense to do it, so I don't have the knowledge. I don't know, but I know who knows, and He does. He is my hope and my future, and He can be the same for you. You just got, I tell the girls in our Celebrate Recovery, I tell the girls in our group and our ministry here at Grow, you cannot make it on your own. You have to have that relationship with God. You have to. Don't get up and start running about doing this and that and doing that. I mean, I've been there trying to figure it out and doing it on my own and everything, and thinking I know and all that. But look, God making sure I have to. I don't think like I used to think. I can't. I used to try to put it all together and thought I knew this and knew that. Well, yeah, that didn't work either. But, for the time being where I was at out there, yeah, it did. But I ain't out there. I'm in Him. And so He's in me and I'm Him. And so I know I have to lean and trust in Him. And I'm saying the same for you. Those that are struggling in your marriage, struggling in your finances, struggling with mental stuff. I tell you, this mental stuff is something else. It's been there all along, but now it's just coming out the more. And so get the help you need. God has given those doctors and the physicians and all that stuff, the psychiatrists and everything, the wisdom they have. Get some help. Don't hold it in. Talk to somebody. And then call us. We'll pray with you. Get somebody to pray with you. This stuff is real. But I tell you, with God, you can make it. With God, you can do all things. Through Christ, you can do all things. So, We are, again, our thrift store is up and going, and God's got something else coming that I got hit with 2 weeks ago. It's like, oh my God. So, God is faithful. He's doing great things, and I'm excited. He will, if He call you, He will empower you. He will take you through whatever you need to do. You just got to follow Him, follow His leading. And so I just want to tell you that, bless God. So glad to be back to be with you, and I did this morning because I know right now when I get off here I'm headed out the door. So bless you guys. If you don't know the Lord is your Savior, Lord and Savior, ask Him to come into your heart. Ask Him to take control of your life, and ask Him to be your source of life. You want to surrender your life to Him and make Him your home. So until next week, take care and God be with you.